I got 3 messages. From whom? What happened? I should hurry.
Hey, has Ruben texted you too?
Yeah. Any idea what's going on?
God knows, Carla. I'm heading upstairs to find out.
Ruben was terrified in his message. So let's just keep our eyes open.
You think it's the killer? We can't hang around here any longer, Carla.
Then let's hurry to Portia's suite. Ruben? What's going on?
She's dead. Portia's been shot.
Damn it. I'm so sorry, Ruben.
We'll catch the murderer, I promise.
Ruben, what about Janet?
She was breathing, but I'm not sure what happened to her.
I'd better check then. She's unconscious, but there's no major threat to her health. Carla, could you help me move Janet onto the chair?
Let me help.
You've been through so much. I'll do it.
Oh, Portia. All she ever wanted was to keep me safe and sound. What's the point of my research if I can't even protect my own family?
None of this is your fault, Ruben. Don't be so hard on yourself.
And there's no shame in taking time to mourn. Maybe you should...
No, I won't stop until Portia's killer is under lock and key.
Then let's take it from the top. Tell us everything you saw.
All right. As you know, I was going to ask Portia about potential suspects. I knocked at first, but nobody answered. So I barged in and saw Portia lying in a pool of blood. I rushed towards her, but unfortunately, it was too late. She'd been shot dead.
Do you know what happened to Janet?
No idea. She was already unconscious when I found her. But look at all that mess. You said there was bad blood between Janet and Portia, right? What if they've been fighting and...
Even if we assume this was a crime of passion, where's the gun?
Yeah, that's the piece of the puzzle that makes no sense.
Well, maybe the Admiral was involved? Right now, he's the only person with a gun on the island.
I don't think Samuel could ever do something as horrible as this. But perhaps we should investigate this scene before we start pointing fingers.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Now, if you don't mind, Ruben, we should inspect Portia's body for any clues.
Of course, Catherine. Whatever you need to piece this together.
Let me just get a shot of the crime scene first.
Any idea when she passed away?
The blood hasn't clotted yet, so I'd guess Portia died about a half an hour ago. But there's also some bruising on her arms, too. Take a look.
Seems there was a struggle before shots were fired. Three gunshot wounds! I need to examine Portia's body. 3 shots? Seems like overkill. A bruise? By the looks of it, Portia didn't go down without a fight. I need to examine Portia's body. I need to examine Portia's... A bruise? By the looks of it, Portia didn't... I need to examine Portia's body. I need to examine... 3 shots? Seems like overkill. A bruise? By the looks of it, Portia didn't go down without a fight. A bruise? By the looks of it, Portia didn't go down without... I need to examine I need to examine... Go down without a fight. I need to examine... 3 shots. I need to examine... I need to examine Portia's... A bruise on her forehead. Was Portia hit by something? I think I've seen enough. I should grab a photo for evidence. Portia was shot 3 times.
3 times and nobody heard it?
There are feathers scattered everywhere. Might be related. I'll take a quick look around. Something must have been used to silence the shots. Look. It looks like the murderer used a pillow to suppress the sound of the shots.
That could dampen the sound a bit, but it wouldn't silence it completely. We would still have heard the shots being fired.
Maybe the murderer used the gun with a silencer.
It's possible, but the only gun we know of on this island is Lucas's. And as far as I know, he did not have a silencer for it.
Portia was shot 3 times, but the bruises indicate there was a fight too. I think the shots were impulsive, which means the killer didn't stick around for long. There's a chance that they left more evidence behind.
So how does Janet fit into all this?
I don't know yet. She's the odd one out at the moment. Maybe I'll be able to make more sense of it once she's regained consciousness. In the meantime, I'll look around the room some more. The laptop took some heavy damage too. A black USB key in the laptop? It doesn't look like the same USB key I used to access Portia's laptop before. I threw that USB key behind the table. Let's see if it's still there. The USB key is too far away. I can't reach it. I need something to fish it out with. I should ask Ruben if he has anything I could use. I think I found a piece of potential evidence, but I need something long to fish it out with. Do you have anything I could use?
The closest thing I can think of is an antique cane I was showing the Admiral before.
I guess that would work. But are you sure I can use it? It sounds expensive.
I don't care. If it can do the trick, use it. It's in the foyer.
If you say so. I guess that will do. I should head back upstairs. This is definitely the one I used before. Is it Portia's too? Maybe Ruben will know something about it. Ruben, I found 2 USB keys. Do you know if they are Portia's?
Mind giving both of them to me? I'd like to have a look. The light gray one is Portia's. She used to mark her things with a yellow dot. Easier to identify, she said. The black one I've never seen before.
Strange. I found the black one plugged into her laptop. Any idea where it might have come from?
The only way to find out is to check what's on it. Follow me to the study. We'll use my laptop to try and access this mysterious USB key.
You guys go ahead. I'll keep an eye on Janet in the meantime.
Thanks. I'll come back and check on Janet once I'm done with this.
Sure, I'll be here.
The USB key is plugged in, but we need a password to access it.
Is there any way we could bypass it?
I have software on my laptop that could help, but it still won't be an easy task. My head is all over the place. I don't know if I'll be able to do this by myself.
If that's your way of asking for help, I'll help.
Thanks, Carla.
I need to change something to reach the lock.
Great job, Carla. But it looks like most of the files are hidden way below the surface. Although, we did learn that the USB key has automatic infiltration software. I bet it was used to access Portia's laptop.
Why would they need to go through Portia's laptop?
Could it be? God damn it. They probably thought they'd find some files about Project Genetica on it.
What files did she have?
She didn't have any crucial information. She just managed the admin and the budget. Portia died for documents that had nothing in them.
It's not your fault, Ruben. Let's try and find out who did it and bring them to justice.
You're right, Carla. I need to focus. Let's see what else we can ascertain from this key. It looks like the rest of it is heavily encrypted. The culprit must have had connections. You don't get this type of tech at your local corner shop.
Does anyone like that come to mind?
No, but whoever is doing this must have deep pockets.
Well, we need to gather more information. Do you think we can get anything else from the USB?
I can set up an automatic decryption tool, but the rest of the data is hidden really deep. I'm not sure how long it will take, or even if it will recover anything.
In a situation like this, we need to use every lead we've got.
I'll set it up.
Okay, I'll leave you to it. I'll head back to Dr. Cat, see how Janet's doing.
Dr. Cat should still be in Portia's suite.
Oh, Carla, you're back. How did it go? Did you find anything on the USB key?
Ruben is still in the study, trying to set up a decryption tool to dig for more information.
But what did they want with Portia's laptop?
They're looking for information about one of Ruben's projects.
Wait, could it be about...
Mind finishing that thought?
Well, I mean, Ruben asked me to come to the island to consult on one of his DNA machines. I was thinking this might be related.
Knowing Ruben, I think it is, but he's not telling me anything about it. Either way, how's Janet holding up?
She's still out, but it doesn't look critical. She should be coming around soon.
Okay, I'll have another look around then, in case I missed something.
Of course. Take your time. Did you find anything, Carla?
I found a cartridge. It might be from Lucas's handgun. I think it's about time I visited the Admiral and got to the bottom of this.
Do you really think he could have killed Portia?
Portia didn't want the Admiral to leave the island. They had a fight about it before. They didn't really get along.
Name one person who did get along with Portia.
You got me there. But that doesn't change the fact that he's the only one with a gun.
Since you're going to speak with Sam, do you at least have a plan for how you're going to approach him?
I'll go to him for advice and tell him what's going on.
Are you sure that's a good idea? It's hard to believe, but what if he's the killer?
My mind's made up. Besides, if I don't come back, you know who did it. Right. Well, I'll go find him. I'll start with his suite. That's where I saw him last.
Miss Page, what brings you here yet again?
I need your assistance, Admiral. Portia has been shot dead.
What? When did this happen?
Dr. Cat determined the time of her death. It was no more than an hour ago.
Damn that murderer. Seems they won't stop until they get what they're after. Did you find any evidence at the crime scene?
I did. I found a cartridge. Mind lending your expertise to help me identify it more precisely?
Of course. Show me it. Well, I'll be damned. It's a 9mm, just like Lucas's handgun.
Could it be Lucas's handgun that was used? Let me have a look at it.
Miss Page, I really doubt the killer used Lucas's handgun. I have it very well hidden. However, if you don't believe the gun is safe, let's see if you can find it. It's hidden in this room.
As I said, Admiral, it's not hidden well enough.
Well, I'll be damned.
Four bullets have been used.
Oh, that's right. You shot Q before.
What about the other three?
Maybe Lucas didn't have a full clip.
I don't think that's the case here.
So what? Do you think I actually shot Portia?
If you have a better explanation, I'd love to hear it. But the type and number of bullets missing from the gun matches.
Miss Page, you have good instincts. Can't you see I've been set up? I spent most of the evening in the backyard, thinking what to do about the sniper problem. Q was there around that time too. You can ask him. He'll confirm my alibi.
I'll talk to Q about it. Right now, I can't say one way or the other.
I'm just giving you the facts, Miss Page. It's up to you if you believe me or not.
I believe you, but that's not enough to prove you're innocent.
What is then?
At the moment, nothing. I'll investigate further and try to connect all the dots. I'd like for you not to interfere until this is resolved, as you'll only complicate things right now.
Fine, but don't expect me to sit around doing nothing for long.
I just received a text message.
All right, I have to go.
Carla, just in time. Janet was about to tell us what happened in Portia's room.
Did I miss anything?
No, she was just about to start. She was quite shook when she regained consciousness.
Oh, Carla, you'll probably have questions about Portia. I don't know if I can be of much help, but I can try.
Janet, when you came in, was Portia already dead?
Yes, she was. Just lying on the bed.
If she was already dead, did you see anyone else in the room?
No, there was only Portia.
Did you meet anyone on the way to Portia's?
There was not a single soul in sight.
All right. Mind telling us what you were doing in Portia's to begin with?
After Jax furiously barged into my room, I found out that Portia told him about the love letter I sent to Ruben. So after I settled it with Jax, I wanted to give her a piece of my mind. But I'm sorry, I can't do this right now.
Carla, that's enough. We can ask her more later if we need. I think we should gather everyone else now and let them know about what happened.
Ruben, we should question the rest of the guests too.
That's a good idea, Carla. Maybe the murderer will slip up and we'll catch him lying.
It's worth a shot. I'll text everyone and ask them to come here.
Carla, do you mind stepping out into the corridor with me? I'd like to speak in private.
Sure. What did you want to talk about?
Did Janet sound honest to you? What do you think?
I'm not sure. It did feel like she left something out.
I agree. It's as if there's something missing from her story. Don't know what, though. By the way, how did it go with the Admiral?
I checked Lucas's handgun in his suite, and bullets were missing from it. And the cartridge I found in Portia's suite matched the bullets in Lucas's gun.
I don't believe he could have killed Portia. He's the most reputable person I've ever met.
I don't know if the Admiral did it, but the gun was in his room, and it was used after I gave it to him. Either way, we should question all of the guests first, before making any more assumptions.
I agree. Let's go back to the study. Ruben probably already contacted everyone.
Everyone replied, but Jax. He's ignoring me.
I could go and persuade him to come.
That would be great, Carla. He would probably be in his suite.
Actually, I told him to wait in my room until I came back. I assume he's still there.
Okay, I'll go get him. Jax, I know you're mad at Ruben, but don't ignore his messages. We need everyone to come upstairs.
He was my best friend, but he didn't have the guts to tell me about the letter himself. Even that I had to hear from his damn secretary. I don't want to see him now or ever again.
It must feel awful, but you should know that Ruben is sorry.
Oh yeah? How sorry is he though? I don't see him standing here and apologizing. Did he send his errand girl to apologize for him?
No, he will do it himself if he feels an apology is due. But that's not why I'm here. We have bigger problems, and I need you to come upstairs right now.
All right, fine. If it's so important, I'll come. But not before I find a photo strip of my first date with Janet.
Do you mind me asking why you need it?
This whole thing with Ruben was the last straw. I'm breaking up with her. I'd just like to keep a memento.
No need to explain any further. I'll help you look for it. Jax, I think I found it.
Show it to me. Yeah, this is the one. Simpler times back then. I wish they could have stayed that way forever. All right, enough of this sentimental crap. Lead the way. Let's see what Reuben has to say.
Follow me. Everyone's gathering in the study.
Q's not here. I'll go find him. You should start without us.
Thanks, Kat. I have some unfortunate news. Portia has been murdered. She was shot.
Oh, chérie. Who's next?
There's something else I'd like to say.
We know you're among us. There's no hiding. Once we find you, you'll regret the day you set foot on this island. Now, we will question you, one by one.
Are you kidding me?
Shut up, boy. We're doing this so we don't end up like Portia. I'd like to volunteer to be questioned first.
All right, Sam. We'll question you first. Carla will be leading the interrogation. I assume no one has a problem with that?
Damn right I do. How do you know she isn't the killer?
She and Catherine were both with me at the time of Portia's death. So they are both off the list of suspects. Carla, if you're ready, we can start the questioning in my room.
Let's begin then.
I'd like to get you up to speed first, Reuben. A gun was discovered in the Admiral's suite that has been linked to Portia's crime scene.
Do you have the gun with you? I'd like to see it. How is the gun linked to Portia's murder?
There are 3 unaccounted bullets missing in the gun, and Portia was shot 3 times.
I can hardly believe that's a coincidence. What about fingerprints? Did you try getting them off?
It's pointless. I guarantee you that it would have my fingerprints as well. Carla's too. No chance they wouldn't think about it.
Carla, do you have any more questions for Sam?
Why not keep the gun on your person instead of hiding it?
I've been around firearms for a long time, Miss Page. I know how much trouble one can bring. I decided it would be better and safer to keep it further away from civilians.
Okay, I think I've got a grasp on the situation. Is there anything else?
There is. I found a knife that belongs to the Admiral when we were back on the beach.
But why didn't you tell us that straight away, Carla?
I wanted to make sure it was his first, before making any accusations.
Show me that knife, Carla. How do you know it was his?
I found the sheath for the knife in his room.
It really looks like it belongs in this sheath. Anything to say, Sam?
It's mine, but it's been missing since someone bashed in my head in my suite.
Why are we only hearing about this now?
I didn't notice that it was gone straight away. But once I did, I didn't see a point in telling anyone since we had bigger things to worry about. You can pin the knife and gun on me, but you obviously didn't speak with Q yet. The boys saw me in the backyard around the time Portia was murdered.
I didn't get a chance to speak with Q yet.
Catherine is looking for Q as we speak. Once they come back, we will question him too.
Who knows when that will be? You probably haven't checked the cameras either. That should be more than enough to confirm my alibi.
We can do that right now. Carla, let's head down and check the security footage. Sam, we'll be back shortly.
I'll be here.
After you, Carla. All the monitors are off. That's strange. Maybe something shorted? I'll check the cables. Carla, can you check the panel switches by the side? Maybe we can reset it.
Sure. This must be the panel with the switches. I've done it! The power's back on. Ruben, it's on.
Amazing. Where should we have a look first?
Do you have cameras installed upstairs?
No, not in the private areas. But there is one in the foyer.
Let's have a look at that one first. A bit before Portia died.
That's it. What the hell? No, no, no! God damn it!
Ruben, what just happened?
The whole camera system shut off. I don't know if this was set up to shut off or a malfunction due to the power cut before. But I don't think we'll be able to use the cameras again.
Sheesh. We didn't manage to check if the Admiral was lying or not.
No, we didn't. But we did see Margot in the foyer. She was close to the murder scene.
Not only that, but the timing of her being there is not far off from when Portia died. It'll definitely come up when I question her.
All right, let's head upstairs. The Admiral still has some explaining to do.
So, how did it go? Did you look at the footage?
No. The camera system broke. We can't use it anymore.
God damn it! It was proof that I was around the backyard. Someone sabotaged it.
I think it was sabotage too. But there's no way to prove it. Even if we do, it won't change anything. We still can't access the footage.
Fine. Then there's no option left but to ask Q directly.
Do you mind staying in the study until Dr. Cat brings him in for questioning?
It's not like I have a choice.
In the meantime, we should question the rest of the guests.
Who should I question next? All right, Margot, we'll talk to you now.
Of course, chérie. Are we going to Ruben's room?
Yes.
I'd like you to follow me.
So, what would you like to know?
What were you doing this evening?
I was chatting with Mrs. B in the club room up till recently. She's such a lovely companion for a chat.
Did you notice anything odd during the evening?
I did see Jax storming through the dining hall in a fit of rage. Couldn't tell you the time, though.
Did you see where he was going?
I just saw him storming through, but I can't say where he was heading.
All right then. Another thing. Did any of you leave the room?
Oh, yes. I left Mrs. B for a moment. I spilled a drink on my top, so I had to go and change.
I know it's a bit of a strange request, but would you mind if we had a look at your top?
Not at all. It's back in my room. You're free to go and have a look at it. Here's the key to my suite.
Thanks. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Don't worry, chérie. I'll be here. Just don't bash me for the mess you'll find inside.
Margot's suite is on the left.
I need to unlock the door first.
It was a yellow top, right?
Yes. Let's look around. It's gotta be in here.
Carla, did you find it?
Yeah, I think that's it. It does look like a wine stain to me.
Let me see. You're right. It's just an ordinary stain. Still, Margot was close to Portia's suite around the time of the murder.
Just in case, we'll keep an eye on her.
We should keep a close eye on everyone.
Let's head back to Margot. I still have one question left for her.
Right. After you.
Your story checked out, Margot. But I still have a question left. Who do you think could have killed Portia?
If I have to be honest, Jax has a short fuse. I wouldn't be surprised if he flew into a rage or something and took it out on Portia.
Perhaps. But he usually does it with his fists. And no matter how hot-headed he is sometimes, I doubt he would raise a hand against a woman.
You never know, Ruben. Even if he is your best friend. Margot, do you mind if I take a photo of you?
Well, I guess the article you came here for is turning into a very grim thriller book. Sure, chérie, go ahead. The book would only benefit from additional visual material.
Thank you, Margot. I have no more questions for you. You're free to leave.
No problem, chérie.
Who should we question next?
Let's see who else we have. Mrs. B, can you come with me?
Of course, dear. I'm right behind you.
Georgiana, how are you holding up?
Oh dear. I don't know how much I can take. It's no secret that I didn't like Portia. But now that she's gone, it's not right, I'd say. I guess the first thing you want to know is where I was at the time of the incident, right? I was spending the evening with Margot in the club room.
What did you and Margot speak about?
Oh, the good old days. I was surprised to find out that Margot is almost 50 years old. She doesn't look a day older than 35.
Did either of you leave the room?
I think Margot went out to change. She spilled a drink on herself. But I don't think she was gone for that long. Didn't feel like it anyway.
One more thing. Who do you think could have killed Portia?
Oh dear. I know that Janet had something against Portia. And I'm not talking about her feelings for you, Ruben.
What? How do you know about that?
Dear, I don't know much about your work, but your personal life is another case.
Why would Janet have a grudge against Portia?
Well, I know that Portia has some dirt on Janet. Don't know what it is, but at last year's party, I heard them arguing about it.
Why didn't you ever tell me about it?
I don't think that would have changed anything, Ruben.
Mrs. Bird, before you go, do you mind if I take a picture of you?
Oh, not at all, Carla. Anything to help the investigation.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time, Mrs. B. You're free to go now. Ruben, let's head back to the study and continue the questioning.
Ruben, Carla, I found Q, and he's already up to date with what happened.
That's great. Then let's not waste time and go to Ruben's suite.
I'm very sorry to hear about Portia. she wasn't the kindest. But no one deserves to go like that. So please, ask me anything, and I'll answer.
Where were you this evening?
I was back in the greenhouse, doing chores.
Did you see anyone while you were there?
No, it was only me.
Are you sure? The Admiral told me he was there roaming around. He said he spoke to you, too.
No, señorita, I didn't see him.
Okay. Well, can you all stay here? I need to ask the Admiral something.
Go, we'll be here.
Admiral, would you mind stepping into the corridor with me for a minute?
Of course, Miss Page.
Q said he didn't see you around the greenhouse this evening.
What? The boy is obviously lying. I was there. I even talked to him. He complained that he broke a wrench while fixing the pipe, too.
This is confusing. Don't know who to believe. Do you know where the broken wrench is?
I think it was somewhere on the table in the greenhouse.
I'll go and find the wrench, and we will figure out who the liar is. In the meantime, could you join them in Ruben's room?
Gladly.
If the Admiral was telling the truth, the broken wrench will be somewhere here.
I need to break the pot.
Well, the Admiral was right about the wrench. I wonder what Q will have to say about it. Sorry for the holdup. Had to check something before I returned. Q, can you have a look at this wrench and tell me what happened to it?
Si, señorita, I have nothing to hide. I used this wrench while fixing the pipe and broke it.
Uh-huh. Caught you now, you lying bastard.
Q, mind explaining? The Admiral knew about the wrench breaking because you told him. He was actually there, wasn't he?
Si, señorita. I lied. He was walking around in the backyard for a while.
Why on earth would you lie in a situation like this, Q?
That man took my honor, blamed me for the bad things I didn't do. Back where I'm from, that's unforgivable. I have no respect for men like him.
Leave all your differences aside and let's continue with only the truth. Can you both do that?
Si, Carla.
That's what I've been doing since we started. No need to ask me twice.
When was the last time you saw each other?
After my stroll in the backyard and a small chat with Q, I returned to my suite. It was just before you came to my room asking about the bullet casing you found at the crime scene.
After the Admiral left, I headed toward the jungle to check on some plants. When I came back, I found Senora Bennett looking for me around the greenhouse. After that, we came here straight away.
For what it's worth, I don't believe that Sam or Q killed Portia.
But someone still had to take Lucas's handgun.
Let's question the last person before we make any conclusions.
Agreed. Sam, Q, you both can go now.
1 second. I'd like to take a photo of them for documentation purposes, if they don't mind.
Of course, señorita.
My conscience is clear. Do what you need to do.
Thank you. We'll talk to you later, Admiral.